Hi guys, welcome. All right, I am looking forward on here and we will get right to business. So I have to go to my brother's house today for, I don't know, a virtual concert of some type for my nephew. So I won't be on at 5. I'm going to be, I don't know, I think it's like an outdoor concert kind of a thing. Anyway, regardless, I won't be on at 5. But I'll be back on again later tonight. So anyhow, first person here is TD, his energy towards me. Happiness, first card that comes up. Happiness and abundance. That's good energy. Good energy around the situation for sure. Yeah, you jumping up and down like a nut? K-Star, love. Okay, so you got some stuff happening here. First of all, life can change out of the blue overnight for the better. It could be an offer around you that you're not seeing, or this person hasn't stepped out of the woodwork yet. If you're not with anyone right now, you can expect a fire sign to show up, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Use your intuition. If you are with someone right now, current relationship gets a little bit more passionate. Use your intuition. You've got good luck around love, but you're not free from a tower moment that may be happening in the near future. It's not that big of a deal in the long run because things move forward nicely and you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Stephanie, T's feelings towards me. He's a little all over the place. So he comes up with the Knight of Cups, which is like a romantic interest. So it's not that he's lost interest in you, but he is pulling his energy back at some point. If he hasn't already, he will, but then it comes back again. Two of Pentacles. Things at some point could get a little bit more balance between the two of you. He feels that you're honest and real and loyal and very strong, but he thinks that you may be like moving on in terms of him, and he also would think that he deserved it. Although the whole situation to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but oftentimes things don't make sense. Anyhow, he may be starting to feel like you're going to leave him in the dust. Allison, what does Connor want from me? All right, what does Connor want? He wants happiness. Right in the center of his spread is the Ten of Cups. But he doesn't want happiness from you. He wants you to be part of his world. So the Ten of Cups, like the energy of that is like happiness on all levels. So it's not necessarily that he wants you as a lover, but he may want you really value you as a valuable piece of his life. Like you could be one of the cups. He also may be perseverant, not giving up. And he's trying to either change his life for the better, or he's working on becoming a better person, or he's putting a lot of work in. I think his intentions are good. I don't think he's looking to steal money from you or, use you to better himself. I think that he's legit. He really cares about you as a person and thinks that you're like a worthy person to have around, which, that doesn't always sound like it's such a compliment, like, oh, he thinks that I'm a nice person. But there are people in this world, I'm one of them, and my friend Rachel is another one, where there's not that many people that we choose to hang out with. So if you're you have to be a worthy character, and he's like, that's how he's looking at you, like you're important to him. So I don't know how you feel about him, but he feels highly about you. L, his feelings towards you now. He feels that you're stable, relaxed, intuitive. He also feels like you're very lucky and that you have, there's something with the Judgment card. It's like either feels like the two of you are brought together for a reason, a greater purpose. The Empress is here too, which love, money, abundance, fertility. If you don't want children, be careful when that card shows up. I'm not seeing a lot of love cards here right now, so I don't know that this is a love interest of yours, but excuse me, it doesn't matter because the intentions here are the same. It's like brought together for greater good. It doesn't have to be in a love relationship. It could be like you're brought together to, I don't know, change the world in a positive way or change somebody's life in a positive way. The whole thing is very positive, but it's not, with the except for the Emperor, the exception of the Empress, there's nothing here that's really showing that there's love between the two of you. But so what? I mean, this is where it is now. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with him anyway, but either way, it's positive. Chloe, am I on the right path career? Okay, let's see. Yeah, you have feeling prepared, and then you have 2 aces. So 70% chance, yes, you're on the right path. But I'm going to say for right now, because things change, people change. 10 years from now, you may not feel like this is the career for you, and that's okay. You can change at any point. But right now, yes, you're doing the right thing. Stephanie, how is Vani feeling towards me and the issue? See, she's a hard one to read because she comes off like she comes off on one hand like it's all about me, like everybody wants me, everybody loves me, but on the other hand, she doesn't have any ill feelings for you. She doesn't, like, the Ace of Cups is here. Like, she thinks that she doesn't think badly of you at all. When this card shows up, it's like she thinks highly of you. This could even be that she loves you, like, as a friend. The thing here is that the Two of Cups is in reverse, which would mean that she's feeling like the two of you aren't going to be friends anymore. I don't know if she feels like the drama was worth it, you know, or like if she feels like she got out of it what she wanted. She's a tough nut to crack because she kind of feels differently. Like, I don't think that she got the ego boost or the satisfaction out of it like she thought she was gonna. Like there was like definite intent here, you know. Like you don't sleep with you're not sleeping with a guy, hook him up with your friend, and then continue to sleep with him and not think that that's going to explode in your face, you know. And then she knew how you felt about him, and you were confiding in her, which is really betraying, like on so many levels. But then to be involved with other guys on top of it, it's like you want to say to her, like, what were you thinking? And I don't know, I just don't think she feels satisfaction like she thought that she would. I don't know if she even realized what she was doing. Miss Lavon, General. Hi, baby. Bouncing up and down like a little jumping bean. Yeah. General. Well, the first thing that comes in around you, which is nice, is the Empress. This is good for love, money, abundance. It also happens to be good if you want children. If you don't want children, be careful. You may have some adventurous times coming up out of the blue with the Page of Wands. There may be a little bit of indecision around you. Like moving forward, you may have some choices to make. Happy Home is here. You could be spending time around your home, redecorating your home. This also could be, if you're in a relationship, it could be taking your relationship to the next level. Generally, overall, Four of Wands is a positive card when we're reading generally. You also have some good luck coming in. Wheel of Fortune. Spin the wheel. You got good luck coming in. I think this summer is going to be a pleasant time for you. Jenny, how is Joe feeling about us? Like things can change for the better overnight, or things are getting better. You know, like they get better by the day. Feeling prepared, feeling passionate, feeling happiness, and feeling balanced. CL, General for the next 2 weeks. You can find yourself at the right place at the right time. Life can be moving forward quickly. The Chariot that's showing up for a lot of people, which is pushing life forward quickly, is definitely a good omen that it keeps coming up, because I'm feeling like the restrictions around lockdowns are going to start to open up a little, which is good. It's healthy on a lot of levels. Somebody comes in out of the blue that you may find that you have a spiritual connection to. And you may be feeling like life is just, it's starting to pick up and things are starting to fall into place. Overall, you're not going to be holding yourself back. No holding yourself back. Dan X. How would he describe Jonathan as a person? All right, let's see. How would he describe Jonathan as a person? A little bit unprepared. The Two of Wands in reverse. Not properly prepared. A little bit lacking passion or lacking desire. Maybe a little bit, I don't know if he feels too positive about this guy. Feeling like he's a little bit empty. Maybe feeling like he could be a little bit of a disaster. Argumentative. Sharp with his words. I don't know that he would describe him positive at all. I don't see anything really positive here. Allison, general for the next 2 weeks. You look cute in your lemon jumper? Yeah? You got some good luck coming in the next 2 weeks. You're also feeling like you're at the right place at the right time. Anxiety begins to lessen. Balance, patience, compassion starts to come in. Moving into a nice, peaceful place. Jenny, June love reading. What's the matter, Pumpkin? You want to get out? All right, you want to get out? All right, I'll take you out. Again, a lot of people are getting this. Being at the right place at the right time. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries. If you're not with anyone right now, you could have Sagittarius entering. If you are with someone right now, current relationship starts to get a little bit more peaceful, serene, on the right path. Success around love. Maybe taking a trip to water, by water, or around water. Want to get out? Want to get out and sit over here? All right. No need to cry. No need to cry. You want to sit over here? Where is Sully? What happened to Sully? Is Dylan sitting on it? Dylan, you sitting on Sully? Is he sitting on Sully? I don't know where he went. What do you want? You want food? All right, let me go get her a bottle. Hang on. What happened to Sully? Dylan, are you sitting on Sully? Is this what you want? Yeah? We have temporarily misplaced Sully. I think Dylan's sitting on him, to be honest. We're going to leave Dylan sit on him. Right here. No, don't put that in your mouth. Put that in your mouth. There you go. Hey, here he is. We found Sully. Found Sully. Yeah, there you go. All right, you all right? Can I continue now? Thank you. What? We're not going to let you starve, I promise. Stephanie, what would he say if he had to talk to me? Oh, God, he would not know what to say. It would make him feel very unbalanced. It would make him feel like he's not getting a new beginning. Here, now he's got some regret showing up. He's thinking a lot about it, but he doesn't know what to do. I mean, he feels really embarrassed. Really. Like a real ass. I don't think he would know what to say. I think he would probably do a lot of stuttering and fumbling because he doesn't have a story. He doesn't know what to do. And he probably would go around and around in circles trying to deny it. And, you know, like he knows he's caught and he doesn't know. I don't think he realizes, or it's like he went with things in the moment with that other woman, and I think he's wishing that he hadn't, or he's wishing that he at least had gone about things a little bit different. Yeah, he's not happy with himself right now, and he's embarrassed, and that's making it harder. Because he can't, if he could just own it, you know, and call you up and say, hey, listen, I was a real asshole, and this is what happened, and here's the truth, then you can make a decision. Hey, okay, people fuck up. People fuck up. And people deserve second chances. I believe that. Like, it's why I love Pearlies and Pit Bulls. Everybody's getting a second chance. But you can only give so many second chances. But that decision is for you to make. But he's not, you know, he's not manning up just yet. Give him a little time. Maybe he'll show up. I mean, I think that he's feeling burdened by the situation. I think he's starting to feel some regret. I think he knows he's an asshole. He's just not, it's like he can't take ownership of it. And like, to me, that's the bigger problem. You know, people make mistakes. People do shitty things. And especially, I don't want to give men a way out because they're adults. But, you know, sometimes a woman can be very persuasive. And then you got to wonder, what is wrong with her that she behaves like that? You know, like, what is she missing in her life that she's trying to fill it with 4 guys that work together? I mean, talk about, you know, not shitting where you work. You know, like, she's really in it. You know, it's difficult. The whole thing is difficult. And he's not having an easy time with it. L, am I going to lose my deposit? Okay. I don't think you're going to lose it. There's indecision around it. You may have to fight for it a little bit, but I don't think you'll lose it. Talia, may I have general message? Sure. Yeah, hold it. You can hold it. You got it. You may be moving into a time where you have a relationship that's built on solid ground with either business relationship or a work relationship of some type. It would be very deep-rooted. It would feel like karma is on your side and there's a lot of balance, and you may even be coming up with a new business idea that would be profitable in the future. It also may help lessen anxiety if you suffer from any. 6 of Pentacles is also promising when it comes to a business relationship, and feeling like you're being well compensated for your hard work. So that's nice that comes up. It's always nice when people are appreciated, you know, like if someone's feeling appreciated. Starbright, Sag feels after he finds out that I'm seeing someone. All right. He's going to feel unlucky. He may feel like he's missed out, and he's going to feel a little bit stuck in the mud, or like he's been screwed. Stabbed in the back. You know what? It's his problem. Jay Allen, how is Grace feeling about me currently? Feels that you're balanced, you're intuitive, you're very passionate. Oh, I'm not even holding them up high enough. Feels that you're down to earth, well-grounded, attractive, happy. There's celebration around this situation. She may be holding herself back a little bit, but it's temporary. She thinks that you're very successful, happiness and successful. She feels good about you. Like, she thinks that you're a valuable person. Stephanie, what would she tell me if she could talk to me? Well, she's prepared to talk to you. And here you go with the Knight of Cups. But she's feeling very unbalanced. Six of Cups. She's got anxiety about this situation, but she's going to try to discuss it with you. You haven't heard the last from her yet. These sharp words. You know, the irony about here is that she may make it about herself when she tries to talk to you. She may tell you how she's hurt or what she needs. I wouldn't stand for any of that, but you know, she may be trying to make herself the victim in the situation, and she's not. She's the one that caused all this shit. She's got to own it. She just might not be willing to do that. She may try to manipulate the situation into making it look like she was the one that was the victim here. Allison, outcome for me and Derek. Okay. Okay, well, with Derek, there's like a wish that comes in around Derek, and it could happen out of the blue. Thing is that I can't give you an outcome for either one of them because it's your choice. You have free will. But there is happiness and luck around Derek. Now, let's see, Connor. I think that you match better with Derek. With Connor, it feels like you might, I don't know if you think he's boring or something like that, or you may not be feeling it the way you feel it with Derek. With him, it's like, it almost feels a little bit more of like a slowdown around the situation. May even be moving, like feeling like, there's better out there. I think he really likes you. But once again, this comes down to free will. If both of these guys ask you out for Friday night, I can't tell you who you're going to go with. You have to decide that. But it's definitely a good idea to keep these options around you, that you have different energy around you is a good thing. That's always positive. Stephanie, why did he lie when I confronted him? He's a coward. He is a coward. He's a disaster. That's what he is. He felt like the timing was wrong. He felt like he was overthinking things. He felt like things couldn't, like, he just felt like the honesty was not going to help the situation. He feels very ungrounded, upside down, and uprooted. And he's a coward. That's why. The thing is that this whole situation, it should never have happened like this. At all. Tara, how will my career in digital marketing be for me? Okay. Did you finish it? You got a little left. Let's just shake it up a little bit, all right? All right. All right. There you go, lemon head. It may be slow in the beginning. You may even be thinking that it's not for you. You might want to do something a little bit, well, you got creativity around you, but I guess marketing is creative. It might be slow in the beginning. You may be thinking about leaving it behind, and you might be focusing on making some other choices at some point. But I think ultimately it may be a bridge that takes you somewhere else. So you may start in this place and do it for a couple of years, but it may give you or open up opportunities and doorways to someplace else. I don't think you stay with it forever. But I think it's a nice place to start. Miss Ronnie, spiritual update. Let's see what we got here from the spirit cards. The Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness. The Five of Water, things have not turned out the way you hoped and you're not seeing the positive side of the situation. Don't cry over spilt milk. Six of Water, memories from your childhood, romanticizing the past. Seven of Water, you've got a lot of water around you, lots of emotion. Complex decision and the need to do research and stop procrastinating. Okay. Spiritual development. Okay, spiritually speaking, there's a creative project that you may be working on that takes you further into spirituality or brings you to a different place. So I always use yoga as an example just because like that's my background. Like yoga can be very creative and spiritually it can take you pretty far. So you may be getting into some kind of a practice or something that's creative, doesn't have to be yoga, that leads you to a deeper understanding of a certain spiritual aspect of your own personality, which is like everything else, it's going to be a growing process. It doesn't happen overnight. But sometimes like, and I've known for myself, like in yoga, I could get totally lost in a class. Like I could be taking a class with somebody and if the teacher is like on point that night, it's like I'm not even there. It's like I'm not even in my body. So you may come across a practice, and it doesn't have to be a physical practice. It could be art, it could be landscaping or gardening, whatever. But I think that that's going to take you to the next level, and you're going to kind of crave that. April, general for the next 2 weeks. You got a messy face. Yeah, I know. I know. There's like another little sip in here. You want it? No, you don't need it. All right. All right. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to feel like you've got the world at your feet. You have the Magician here, so you can manifest just about anything you want. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. You got good luck around you, but you may be feeling like transformation-wise, you're stuck. Feeling like you got a long road ahead of you. The powers that be are going to put you at the right place at the right time with the Judgment card, so have faith in that. Out of the blue comes someone who you haven't seen or heard from in quite some time. And that may help you feel a little bit of relief. Like you may not be feeling so burdened. You're not holding yourself back the way you were, and life starts to move forward over the next 2 weeks. Oh, welcome, Patty. Send a question with green hearts. Stephanie, why did she lie to me when I confronted her? Well, I think that her plan was to stick to her story. I think she wanted to stick to her story because she was trying to avoid a tower moment, which was inevitable with a situation like this. But I think that her idea of sticking to the story was going to give her more time to continue doing what she was doing. And for some reason, look, this is all an ego thing for her. Like you as humans, we only act out of a couple of things. Out of love, out of fear, and fear is usually connected with ego. That's it. So if you go to work in the morning, you go to work because you fear losing your job and because you love yourself. If you don't go to work, it's because you're not afraid and you don't care. So, it's the same thing with everything. If you choose to not pay your bills and your lights get shut off, right? You do it because you don't love yourself enough. If you cared about yourself enough, you would pay the bill. So it's the same thing with her. This is coming from a place of ego because you're not in love with 4 different guys. You're not in love with somebody if you're hooking him up with your friend. This is doing something for her ego, and she wanted to prolong it for as long as possible, because as long as she had this going on, she feels in her mind like she's the queen. In my mind, I think that she's super pathetic because she has to do this. People that feel good about themselves don't need to use other people. People that feel good about themselves don't need to have the attention of every person in the room. People that feel good about themselves, that wake up in the morning with a clean conscience and go to bed at night and feel good about themselves, do not have to lie, cheat, and steal. Like, they just don't. You know, like they're just vibrating on a higher frequency, and it's not necessary. So she's pathetic, and this makes her feel good. And she's lying about it because she didn't want it to end, and now it's over. Cat's out of the bag, it's over. This is the fool in reverse. There's no taking any of this back. Everyone knows what she is now. Nina, the next relationship is coming when? All right, let's see. When's the next relationship coming in here? It could be in August. Possibility it starts in August. You know, it could also be that you meet in August, or things take off in August, you know, depending on where you are right now. A beautiful one. What does he think of me? Boop, boop. He thinks that you're kind, well-grounded, attractive, stable, unique, honest, caring, kind, loyal, empress. Don't get better than that. Be careful if you don't want children when that card shows up. But otherwise, it's positive. Demeaning, general reading. You're about to embark on a personal transformation. Life changes for you quickly, even overnight. You may start to feel a little bit more grounded and deep-rooted, stable when it comes to a job relationship with the Three of Pentacles. It doesn't always have to be a job relationship, it just usually is. You've got here a fire sign coming in if you're not with anyone right now, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. There also may be a new spiritual practice that you may be picking up that is going to give you a lot spiritually. Life becomes a little bit more passionate. You know, I'm glad there's a couple of things that are happening here overall for a lot of people. The Chariot, life moving forward, which gives me hope because it makes me feel like things are going to start to go back to normal at some point. Number two, the personal transformations, I think, are a great thing because people are starting to transform the person that they are, growing in a positive way, which is definitely good. And then a lot of spiritual stuff is coming up, which I think is really good. I think it's healing for us individually, but I also think as a whole, the more that people start to put out good into the universe and commit to good practices, the more I think all of our vibration starts to raise, and it's good for everyone. Yeah, is that what you think too? You agree with me? Huh? So you agree with me, miss? Yeah? Patty, what is Jose's feelings about me? Is he coming back? Okay, let me first ask if he's coming back. You got a 70% chance he's coming back. I think he's coming back. He feels very passionately for you. I'm not seeing a lot of like romance right now, but he's coming back. He's coming back passionately. He feels that you're kind. He feels that you're down to earth, stable, grounded. Looks like things could move forward nicely. Thinks that you're attractive. He thinks you're very attractive. It comes up twice. The kind, nurturing. I think when he comes back, there may be a moment of time where you guys need a little bit of healing, but I think things start to go back to normal or even get a little bit better. Stephanie, was she jealous of me or envious? Definitely. Absolutely. There's no question about that. You don't act like this. Like, this is all, if you have to knock somebody down to make yourself feel better, it's all about envy and jealousy. There's no other reason. Why would you want to do that? And why would you want to purposely go out of your way to hurt somebody? You have to be jealous of them. Only act you're either acting out of love or you're acting out of fear. Every decision that we make is out of love or fear. If you get into a car, you choose to put on your seatbelt, it's because you love yourself. If you get to a stoplight and you choose to stop that car because you love yourself and you care about the person coming in the other direction. If you love, there's only two, you're only making decisions from two places, and there is no question in my mind that she is jealous of you, because she never would have chose you to do it to if she wasn't jealous of you. This is her way of trying to make herself a step above you, and she's not. This makes her 10 steps below you. I don't care what she's thinking or you don't act out of malice and evil unless this was something that was done that was very evil. This is taking someone who honestly wanted to be in a relationship with somebody, had a genuine connection to someone, and you had no ill intentions. You didn't know she was with him, and she fixed you up with him. There was malice and manipulation in her head to do that, because no other person, you cannot be acting from a place of love. Now, if she said to you, oh, you're single, you're looking for someone, my brother's single, he's a great guy, and she introduced you to her brother and he really was a good guy, that's acting from a place of love. So yeah, there is no way that she is not jealous of you. And the thing with jealousy and envy, it comes back to the person that's putting it out there. So you may be hurt now, but I can't imagine what's going to happen to her. Because you can't. There was a time where people like this got ahead and it worked for them and it worked really well. I don't think that it's happening anymore. I think things are starting to change. I think overall we're raising our we're starting to evolve in a different way, and I don't think with everything that's happening, evil is not going to continue to prevail. It just isn't. It's going to start. It's like it's happening. It's happening now, and people like her aren't going to survive. They're not. They're not. If somebody wait, let's see what happens with her. And I feel that way too about like people on, people that have honest businesses that have, shut down from COVID. I think honest people that are making an honest living, I think that they're going to get back up and running and they'll be okay. I think shysters and people with ill intentions, I don't think that they're going to make it. So I think that this is like a universal thing. Yeah, she's going to end up eating crow over this. Stephanie, why did he block me? Was it because I blocked him? Yeah. This guy, it's like he's got no creative mind of his own. Like, the honest thing here would be to call you up and have a conversation with you and tell you what happened and how he ended up in the predicament that he's in. That would be the right thing to do. To block him, for him to block you after you've done nothing wrong, just shows that he's immature and he doesn't know how to handle it. And he's being called on the carpet for something that he has no idea how he's going to explain. So he's doing it out of, yeah, you blocked him, so tit for tat kind of a thing. It's going to get nowhere. But I think at some point he's going to have to face the music for real. I think that that's going to be no choice. He's going to have to face the music. I also think that this could get ugly on a lot of different levels because she was involved with other guys, and it's just not a good look for her. I don't know what she was thinking. I really don't. But I went out for a jog with my friend this morning, and we were talking about evil negative entities can enter negative, low vibrating people. So I'm not like, it sounds a little crazy, but like negative forces work through these people. So if you kind of look at it, that's what my friend said to me. She said, if you look at it like that, like you got negative entities working through somebody who's of a low vibration, then it starts to make sense. You know, it's like, okay, well, that's why this person's acting that way, because they have so much negative shit with them that, you know, to them at the time it makes sense. But at the end of the day, I really believe this: good will always overpower evil, and the truth will always come out in the end. And this is not a good look for her. And he's standing there looking like just like a big horse's ass. Phantom, may I have a general reading? Sure. Oh, beautiful. After I've taken a shower, you puke on my leg. That's all right. I'll wash it off later. Oh my God, Avery. You know, what am I going to do with you? General reading for Phantom. Okay, so you got a couple of good things happening. No longer holding yourself back makes you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You're also about to embark on a personal transformation. You've got justice and good karma on your side, and you may be a little undecided about something, but it sort of works itself out because you're prepared to just push forward. If you're not with anyone right now, or even if you are with someone right now, love cup is full. Love should be nice over the next couple of months. Love should be getting better. Sarah, love for June. Perseverance. Perseverance takes you to a place where you're feeling very deep grounded, deep rooted with the Three of Pentacles. You also have here a spiritual practice that you may be picking up or getting a lot out of. And that even could take you to a place where you meet someone. You have an Aquarius around you. You may be leaving things in the past that no longer work for you and moving forward. I don't know if the Aquarius is someone you already know, or it could be somebody coming in. Maybe you meet them at the spiritual practice. I don't know. The Sun. Happiness comes in around your love life and feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and that you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe this could be a Sagittarius as well, but there may be some like adventure. Aquarians can kind of be like spontaneous and adventurous, so that may be something that comes up for you in June, and I think you're up for it. It's possible a Sagittarius does show up because you might have choices in June. Now, if you're already with someone, it doesn't mean that you have to leave that person. You could be leaving something different in the past, and you know, like old friends or an old job, and moving on to something better. And you may be rekindling your current relationship. The Star card in that case could be like luck around love. Either way, I think it's a good time in June. Sarah, why is my Gemini friend didn't respond to my nice message? Okay. They will. They're holding themselves back for a moment for whatever reason. It might have something to do with work, or it's like, it's work. It doesn't have to be work at a job. It could be work around the house or work around the car or work around whatever. But you're going to hear from them. This person really cares for you. This is also the Gemini card. So you said that they were Gemini? Yeah. And your relationship with them is starting to transform and grow. They'll get back to you. Kira, did my boss Teresa tell Stacy what I said? All right, let's ask that as a yes and no question. I don't think so. I almost feel like she almost was going to slip, but she caught herself. I don't think it came out, no. Paloma, welcome. General for next week, sure. You got good karma coming in next week. You also might have a decision and you could be feeling a little bit undecided, but you make the right decision and your life moves forward quickly. Knight of Cups. If you're in a relationship, this is positive. It's just a positive omen that you're on the right track with your current relationship or things are rekindling. If you're not with anyone, a new relationship or a new love interest can show up. That may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Happiness is coming in. Now, happiness is coming in over your entire life. Not going to happen next week. Like, this is like, it's starting. The transformation is starting, and you're moving into a much better time in your life. Hey, Nugget, what are you doing? What are you doing? Want to go back in your little bouncer thingy? Get a little exercise? Or I could put on Sesame Street for you. And you can sit in your swing, bounce a little bit, get some exercise. All right. Kira, how is Leroy feeling about me? Feels like things with you and him are moving forward. He thinks that you guys are on the right track. He thinks that you're loving. You got the love card. Loving, kind, down to earth, passionate, hardworking, intuitive, celebration around the situation. He thinks that you're caring, honest, loyal, strong, attractive, Empress. You know what Empress is. Love, money, fertility, abundance. Definitely a good omen. Here at General. Yep, jump up and down. You got some luck coming in, or a wish. Put it out into the universe. No longer holding yourself back. It looks like you're getting a little bit more secure in who you are as a person and feeling a little bit more confident in yourself, which is excellent. It looks like you may be focused, or you may get an idea for a new business or a side business. The world is at your feet. You have another wish that comes in, put it out into the universe. Feeling like you finally made it to the top of the mountain. Feeling like you're on the right track. Life is moving forward. Nice. Lover's card is here, which is positive for your relationship. And there's perseverance around you, which is, it's a good quality in any area of your life. To just keep persevering. Just keep pushing on. Keep going for what it is that you want. Emma, does Em want a video chat with me? I get yes, 33% chance yes, he wants to video chat with you. Priscilla, general reading on Capricorn and his intentions. Oh, he's a little all over the place. So first, it's like he causes heartbreak. That may have already happened. Then it comes in out of the blue. And then things may start to move forward. And then he may upset you and disappear again. And then he's like losing his, like, he's not so perseverant or persisting. He's kind of gone. But then he shows up again. And you know, this is not typical Capricorn behavior at all. But this is what it's showing. Then balance, patience, serenity comes in, and then you're up for another tower moment. So it looks like he's got to get himself together as far as, like, he doesn't know what he wants. He's kind of all over the place. I don't know when the last time was that you spoke to him, but I'm curious because he's kind of like all over the place. I lost my spot. I think I'm up to here. What's the surprise Leroy is planning? If I tell you the surprise, I'm not going to know exactly what the surprise is, but then it's going to ruin the surprise. All right, let's see. I wonder if it has something to do with that trip that keeps showing up. Around water, to water, or by water. I think it might have something to do with a small trip. It could be, well, the Six of Swords. Yeah, to water, by water, or around water. I don't know if he plans on taking you away for the weekend, but I think, and it's something that, not that it costs a ton of money, but there's money spent. Yeah. And I think you're going to be happy. You got the Wheel of Fortune here, which is good luck. Ashmita, will RJ come back this month? Okay. I get a 33% chance, yes, he would come back this month. This thing stopped loading. Oh, I hate when that happens. Then that's when I wind up missing people. It drives me nuts. Isla, what does the Aries think and feel about me? Okay. Aries comes up, first card is that he's got a lot of respect for you, and the second card is he thinks you're creative. He thinks that you're intuitive, kind, loving, down to earth, passionate, serene, attractive. Attractive comes up again. I mean, he thinks highly of you, definitely. Andrea, will my friend be okay after getting arrested for peacefully protesting? And will the cops get their karma? Well, yeah, if you're peacefully protesting, that's a constitutional right, then yeah, you're going to get released. Yeah. Anybody, you got a constitutional right to protest peacefully. They can't do anything about that. If you get arrested, there has to be a reason. They can't just take you in for no reason. And if that were to happen, you get released, and then that's the end of it. Ilo, when will I be able to move to my own place again? Okay. It's possible, I mean, Seven of Diamonds, the month of July, If it doesn't happen in the month of July, sometime after the winter begins. So it could be like towards the end of the year with the diamonds. What's the matter, Mama? What's the matter, Mama? Would you like to watch Sesame Street? Let me see if it's on. Let me see if it's on. Oh, what show is this? What's it say? Hero Elementary? You want to watch that? Let me put her in the swing. Hang on. Want to go in the swing and watch this? Or you know what? How about if I just turn you around? Look at this show. Can you see it? Cartoons? I don't know. She's going to have that. Oh, you want to see me? You see enough of me. Watch the TV. You'll learn something on that show. Hero Elementary, or whatever the heck it said. Oh my God, this is in the way. Kira, transformation of my spiritual gifts. Perseverance. Perseverance helps you to transform. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't back down. You've got passion around it. You have things moving forward nicely. You're also about to embark on a spiritual practice of some type or some kind of a spiritual journey that happens. You may just fall into it. Yeah, Zara, you can close them. Thanks. You have a lot of strength around your spiritual development. You also have cause for celebration and being prepared. So being prepared for a spiritual transformation is important because sometimes it can be scary. You know, like when you get images or you hear things and you're like, sometimes you're like, I don't know if I'm crazy, but this is what I keep hearing. But if you're prepared for it, you can expect it to start happening. Hearing things, hearing phrases, being put at the right place at the right time, that kind of thing is going to start happening. Emma, how does M feel about me? I think that he looks at you as a valuable friend. I think that he thinks that you're like somebody who's very trustworthy. Andrea, will A reach out to me soon? Yes. You should have contact soon. Maria, will my finances improve soon? Yeah, I think around like the end of the summer, things start to change for the better. Pretty drastically. Kira. I don't want to miss it. Kira, I don't see it yet, so I'm going to do this one for SS. The exam on the 26th, will I pass? I think you're going to pass, yeah. Lightning, general. Feeling much more balanced in the near future. You got some nice money coming in. That may be a little bit of a relief. You also may have a soulmate relationship coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a water sign coming in. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. If you are with someone right now, current relationship rekindles. And you also have justice here, which is like feeling much more balanced. Feeling like good karma is coming your way. SS, what are these thoughts and feelings? If you haven't heard from him in a while, you may hear from him out of the blue. But he may have been thinking a lot about you recently, but it doesn't look like too much goes on. It looks like, I mean, there's feeling like the Ten of Swords, like somebody stabbed you in the back. Not sure if that's you or that's him, but there's a wound here that somebody's suffering from. And then after that, we've got Temperance in reverse, which is feeling out of balance or feeling like things are not peaceful and serene. They're kind of upside down. Hermit in reverse. Hermit in reverse is when you don't want to tell somebody the truth because you don't want to hear their 2 cents. So the situation may be something like he doesn't want to tell you the truth because he doesn't want your opinion. I don't know what goes on between the 2 of you or what has been going on, but it looks like there could be some sharp words and there's not a whole lot of luck around the situation. But if you do have a conversation with him, it's like he's not telling you the whole truth. And I think it's because he may not want to hear what you have to say about it. Hermit in reverse. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to say this because I know what the truth is and I don't want to hear it. Kira, what concerns did Urel express? Leroy talked a lot about me moving in. All right. Well, I think there were concerns about logistics. You know, like who's going to use the bathroom when, like what, you know, what are the rules going to be? How many people? Yeah, I don't know how many people live there, but sometimes things can get chaotic. I remember when I lived, it was me, my mom, and my brother. Things were chaotic. So if you have more than one person, you know, it's not just you and Leroy, but there's other people that you have to work out bathrooms with and laundry and food shopping and who pays for what. It's like logistical concerns. It's not concerns like, you know, we don't want her here. It's like, okay, how are we going to break up this or how are we going to break up that? I don't think that anybody thinks it's a bad idea for you to move in at all. And I don't think that that's what comes up ever. I think it's more or less, you know, how are we going to work out the space and, the, you know, sharing the space, because that's an issue. And I really feel like 2 people that really get along great together can have a hard time living together. And so it's even more difficult when there's, you know, several people in the same space. Coco, what is Kay thinking about our situation at the moment? She feels good. She feels like she's no longer waiting for her ship to come in. She feels like things are moving in the right direction. There's patience, balance around the situation. Feels like a little bit spiritually connected to the situation, that there's good luck, good karma, and balance around. I think she's feeling pretty good. Sarah, about the relationship you said yesterday, well, it will be a strong one. Any idea when it will be? The timing sucks in general, but we do the best we can. We try. Let's see. It's possible this fall, especially the month of November is favored. SS. Next training. What will the senior managers think of me? Okay. I think it goes really well. Ace of Pentacles, it could bring in a new business opportunity. It could also bring in more money. There's perseverance here. I think people are going to think pretty highly of you. There's your training. You could be leaving one position for another. That's like greener pastures. I think it's going to serve you well. Kira, what is Julianne's opinion of me in the graduation video Leroy and I sent him? I think that he thought highly of you. I mean, you know, it's hard to tell when you're seeing somebody on tape or on video rather than meeting them in person, but this is what it comes up with. A strong character that's very lucky and happy. SS, me and A, will I meet him before September? You got a 70% chance, yes, you meet him before September. Kayla, have I already met my future husband? No, I don't believe so. Crystal, should I move to New Jersey? No. It's very expensive. Let's see. I got a 70% chance, yes, you should move to New Jersey. The part that I'm closest to, I'm in New York, but I'm not far from the Jersey border. It's very expensive. The taxes are outrageous. But I don't know about the other parts, you know, like down by the Jersey Shore, or I only know here. But 70% chance, yes, you should. Jay, what's Grace think of me having the same sign as me? She thinks it's interesting. There's happiness around it. She thinks that things could move forward, and she thinks that you understand each other. Josette, did she? Oh, that's not a question. Okay, Anthony, what is the Cancer girl's current feelings towards me, and what should I do to get close to her? Today, other guy just posted a cover photo on Facebook with her, and they wear the same shirt like a couple. Okay. So if she's with somebody else, or you think that she's with someone else, the best thing to do is to pull your energy way back, because focusing on her and him is going to give that more energy, right? It's going to give it more energy, and you don't want to give it more energy. You don't want to focus on what she's doing with other people. You want to redirect your energy. So to get close to someone who is not like participating in the relationship with that you two are having or had, pull your energy back. Give this a little time. Let this run its course. And in the meantime, you just try to stay busy, focusing your energy somewhere else. Because you can't force something to happen. Like manipulating things, twisting things, trying to force yourself into somewhere, it can work temporarily, but it won't work long term. You know, it's the kind of thing where you got to give the situation a little bit of space. You could be friendly. You know, I know that you guys aren't communicating now, right? So I would just give it a little bit of time, and you know, you could, if you do some kind of praying or some sort of rituals, you can include her in that. You could wish her luck. You can try to remove the desire and the need away from the situation, because desire and need and that kind of stuff pushes people away. It builds resistance. So the more you can stand on your own and not need other people, and the more that you don't need you know, objects and material things and that kind of stuff, the more they're going to come to you, because you're not choking the energy around the situation. So my suggestion right now, pull the energy back a little bit, and let's see what happens in the near future. Because, you know, posting shit on Facebook, dressing in the same clothes, like all of this stuff, to me is very much of an act. You know, it's like normal people don't do, like, there was a time before Facebook existed where we had normal relationships. right? We didn't dress like the Bobbsey twins. We just were. It just was what it was. Now it's like, oh, I got the best boyfriend ever. He kisses my ass. And you know it's bullshit. Because if you're really experiencing that, you're experiencing that. You're not telling the world you're experiencing it. You know what I mean? Like there's two types of people. It's either you're doing it, right? And you don't have to tell everyone you're doing it, or you're fucking saying you're doing it and you're not doing anything. You're behind your keyboard. So I don't trust the Facebook shit. Like a lot of that is show. It's like, look at how cute we are. We're dressed alike. And it's like, well, what are you, 3 years old? You know, it's like, there's something that's very phony about things that need to be advertised on social media. Things that are real don't need to be advertised. Which reminds me of my yoga teacher, the woman that trained me. She had a yoga studio for years, and she said that she never had a website. She never paid for advertising. Everything was word of mouth. But she's very real. Like, she's the kind of person that if she's in a bad mood, when you walk in, you're going to know she's in a bad mood. She's not going to, hi, how are you? You're not going to get that. May not even look at you. But me, I appreciate that because that's how she's really feeling. I don't want some fake, phony bullshit. I want to know exactly how you feel. And I want to know what's real. So to me, somebody that's putting up all of this bullshit and over the top nonsense that's what it is. It's for people to look at. And it's look at how wonderful I am so loved that we're wearing the same outfit. Just pull back your energy a little bit and don't look at that stuff. And then we'll see where we are in give it a couple of weeks. Josette, is Dre still mad at me, and will he be texting me today? He got mad because I told him I might date other people because he left me. I mean, you gotta love these guys. You leave me, and you know what? I'm just gonna sit right here and wait for you until you, if and when, decide to come back. I won't date anyone else. I'll just hang out here. I'll just look out this window. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you got some nerve. All right, let's see. No, you'll hear from him today. I don't think that he's really mad at you, but you know. I mean, I think he would be mad at you if he thought that you had a new boyfriend. But I mean, what does he want you to do? What are you supposed to do? Kira, what's a good crystal to have when I'm doing readings? Anything for intuition. I happen to like iolite. It's kind of like a really light lavenderish purple. You could use clear quartz. It depends. I also think too, sometimes you just kind of have to figure out what resonates with you. I have rose quartz here. Where is it? Oh, it's behind the phone. I have this one. I always keep this too when I'm doing my spell work. It always goes in by the candles. But fluorite is good. Anything good that's good for intuition. The color is indigo or purple. You could use amethyst. I think that after you start doing them a little bit, you won't feel like you really need it. Like you just kind of get into your own groove. Like I used to always sage constantly. Now I'll just sage the cards maybe once a day. And if I feel like you start to feel it, you're like, oh, that needs to be saged. What else is good for intuition? Clear quartz crystal is really good for anything. I would get a piece of iolite. They're not that expensive. Sometimes I like to go out and buy a lot of the cheap stones and buy a lot of them. And then every once in a while I'll buy something more expensive. This, even though it's big, wasn't that expensive. It was I think it was $13. There's a rock shop by me, not too far from me. I think that they may be doing shipping. It's called Crystals on the Hudson, and their prices are really cheap, and it's a local business. So if anyone's interested, they have a Facebook page, I believe, or maybe it's Instagram, Crystals on the Hudson, and you can find out if they're shipping to your area. They probably, I would think they probably are. And they're really knowledgeable. Like that woman that owns it goes to Arizona. Like she really, they know their shit in there. Maria, general for love, okay. Are you watching a show about the planets? You may be feeling a little bit let down by love, especially in the beginning of the month. Lovers is in reverse. Might be holding yourself back a little. And you may feel like you have a long road ahead of you to make it to the happy home, because that's upside down too. Temperance is a little bit backwards. So you may also be feeling like peace, tranquility is not there right now. But with a little bit of hard work, and if you make the decision, you can get back on track. And there could be success. However, there may also be a moment, the Fool in reverse could be letting the cat out of the bag, something, doing or saying something that you can't take back. So keep that in mind. Be careful that, sometimes like in a fit of anger, like you may want to let something go. Once it goes, it's gone. So be careful. June may be a little tough. Bobble. Will I meet the person that have I met the person that I'm going to marry? I think that you have. Did I make it through all of the super chats? I think I may have. Oh, bobblehead. Will our cash come back and reconcile? Okay. And then moderators, whenever you're ready. Yes. Yes, I think that you guys are going to reconcile. Come back up to the top. And Ukriti, what's coming up in June for me? Out of the blue, something that you've been waiting for to happen may happen, and it relieves the weight of the world from being on your shoulders. You might be a little bit undecided about whether or not you really want this now that it's here, but you have the decision. The decision is yours, and you have a lot of strength coming in around you. Hierophant is here. You may have a new spiritual practice that you're getting a lot out of. Ace of Pentacles, there's possibility of a new job or business opportunity. Nina, love for June. You got some good stuff happening in June. If you're not with anyone, you have a new love interest showing up. If you are with someone, current relationship moves forward. Be careful if you don't want children when the Emperor shows up. Otherwise, this is an excellent omen for love. Love, money, abundance, prosperity. Being at the right place at the right time in June also helps your love life grow. Mihak, what's the Libra is thinking about me now? Well, it looks like they may be feeling a little bit weak right now, but they may be thinking about communication picking up because there's celebration around communication. It may be a little while because strength is in reverse. So they're sort of feeling a little bit weak at the moment. Zara, what is Themis going to do now that I haven't accepted his friendship request yet? I think he's going to try a different angle. I don't know if you haven't blocked him through like the telephone. I think he may either call you or text you. He's not going to give up that easy. Goddess, weekly reading. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, it's healthy. You're no longer holding yourself back, and asserting yourself a little bit more releases some anxiety. Might have a decision to make that may be making you feel a little bit anxious, but you can handle it. Feeling much more balanced. Feeling like you're leaving things in the past that aren't serving you and you're heading towards greener pastures. Hierophant. Will I hear from Indigo within a week? All right, let's see. I think so. Adriana's feelings for me. Okay. First card that shows up, Empress. This is excellent. Love, money, abundance, fertility. If you don't want children, please be careful. She feels like there is something that's meant to be about the two of you, or like there's more to come. She feels that you're kind, compassionate, attractive, hardworking, very prepared, stable, and down to earth. Daniela, is there another girl around him when he returns? I'm unsure if I should give him another chance. Okay, let's see. Is there another girl around him? There may be. So situations like this, you know, there's a lot of people that are in this situation where someone has treated them like absolute garbage, but yet even though like their mind is telling them like this guy or this girl or whoever it is a piece of shit, I deserve better, their heart still wants to live it out a little. And I've been in that situation many times myself, so I totally get it. I think sometimes you just kind of have to go back in order to move forward. So like it might be the kind of thing where if you don't take him back or you don't give it a chance, you might end up always sort of having feelings or feeling like it's not finished. Where if you go back to it, you could realize that it never really was what you thought that it was, and you may be able to move forward with a cleaner head. A lot of people get caught in this position where it's like, you're like, what do I want with this person? He's a total shit. But on the other hand, it's like, but I still want him to come back. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, I believe that sometimes it's just because people are lonely and like there's nobody else right now. So they just want somebody. But even in that case, if that's the case, when they go back, they realize that it's not all that it was. And sometimes it's not so bad being alone when you've been treated like shit for a long time. So you might need to revisit it just to kind of get that. You know, telling somebody, right? You can tell someone, but they got to feel it. So when you feel it, like, all right, I've had enough, or I don't want to be second choice. I don't want to be a choice. I want to be the one. Then you'll move on and you'll get rid of him. General for Mel. Let me know if I've skipped anybody. Mel, you have got, oh man. First of all, you got this business thing that keeps showing up. So that's something that, I mean, this is good too, just to keep your mind occupied. But you have a love relationship coming in here that's going to be full of love, and it's going to be full of passion. Put a wish out into the universe, you could get it. I hate to say it, but there's the Pisces is showing up here. The world is at your feet coming up over the next couple of months, and you should start to see karma coming in for you. Success, karma, love, strength, intuition is heightened. You're heading in the right direction. Pisces, yeah, well, it could be a new Pisces, right? It doesn't have to be. All right, I'm gonna go because I've got to get to my brother's house at some point for my nephew's thing. I'll be back on tonight, 9:30, 10 or something like that. I'll definitely be on. It just, if I'm not on at 9:30, I'm coming. Sometimes it gets a little hectic by the time I get home and get her in here and take him out and whatever he's got to do. But I'll definitely be on. So I'll see you guys later. Oh, and I have, I think I have 5 or 6 candles left if anyone's interested. They're small candles. They're only $10 a piece. And, and also, for people that are asking, is bad karma going to come back? No, because I'm not calling in any crazy spirits. I'm not doing anything like that. These are just like, it's almost like a little prayer. I cleanse the space. I put out the crystals. I do the sage. I light incense. I have a cup full of water. I light the candles. I put out everybody's wish. I said everyone's intention. I put up a little petition underneath, and that's it. It's nothing that is going to cause harm to anyone, and it's not coming back. It's nothing evil. It's like, you know, a candle for prosperity or a candle to bring in love. It's just an intention. So there's no, like, Satan's not showing up in the bathroom. It's nothing like that. All right, I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you all. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.